First image, I see her smiling face.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
That's mine.
I see her smiling face. Always smiling. When she danced around the house with a grandchild in her arms, singing.
We gotta sing the fox song, don't we? Huh? The fox went out in the winter night, baby, to give him light. Grandma love it.
How sweet the sound that saved a
Her brother Kenny was in a band called the Nashville Sounds. Kenny played guitar. Mom played guitar too. She sang. We have her on tape.
Well, I hear that train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
He was always just like a rubber band all the time, jumpy and up and down. And she'd grab you and try to dance with you and sing songs. Mom played the piano and a little bit of the banjo.
She loved country music. She loved gospel music. She loved hillbilly music. She loved the music in church.
It was her happy place.
Yeah. It made her feet always go.
Yeah.
She could never sit still. I think she felt like music was her escape even. Escape from what, you think?
The pain from her childhood. Her father was abusive. That had long-lasting effects on her. She came from an era that you had a
Went to church.
religion and you went to church, and it was instilled in her.
And it was a time away from
Yeah.
her father.
Our grandmother didn't have a license or drive, and sometimes the grandfather wouldn't do it, so they walked.
One time they came back from church and they took too long. He didn't know where they were, and he met him at the door with a shotgun.
Mom said to me one day when I was starting to have my children, she said she had promised herself that she would stop that abusive cycle and circle.
Yeah.
She would never be abusive to any of us.
Hi guys, this is Graham. Run and get your Fox and Goose book. I got a surprise for you. I'm out to Uncle Kenny's. We're going to sing the Fox and Goose song for you, and you can read it along with your storybook. Graham loves you. Bye-bye. A fox went out on a winter night. He prayed for the moon to give him light. For many a mile ago that night, before he reached the town, oh town, oh town, oh. And a couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I reach this town, oh town, oh town, oh. A couple of you will grease my chin before I reach this town, oh.
You want everybody's got to grab one? Come on.
Papa used to do this when he was a kid. Okay.
And here's a girl.
Did Katie find hers?
And I have a woman.
Just
Yeah.
Katie right there. And what's mine?
There's yours.
Did you do it all at once like this, Papa?
Yeah, you just pull them all up.
Everybody?
Wait, what
All
is
right? Oh, wait. That's what that was.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I got a phone call one day, and it was Mom, and she was hysterical, and she's like, "Come get me, I don't know where I am. I'm lost. I can't find my way home." So thank God she had still the right mind to use the cell phone and
to
to
call
find
you.
my cell phone number in it. And I just guided her, never let her get off the phone, and I just guided her to take that cell phone into she was driving while she was on this cell phone, and I told her to find a store, the nearest store, and just pull over and don't hang up, and that's what she did. And then I told her to please just go inside with the cell phone and hand it to the lady behind the counter. So she went, And she happened to be in a Walgreens. And the lady behind the counter, answered and went, "Hello?" And I said, "This is this woman's daughter, and I think there's something wrong with my mom, and I need to know what you are and where you are." And she told me, so I went and got her. She didn't know where she was.
You come and save all my sorrow. You said you'd be there for all my tomorrow. I came so close to sending you away, but just like you promised, you came here to say.
Our brother Bobby died of dementia. And that year, when I was taking Mom and Papa to the hospital to see Bobby, I was like, wow, something is up with her.
We all struggled as a
Yeah.
family. Like, how do we
How do we say
confront
it?
this
Confront
with her?
Because she denied it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
denied it. I think
Definitely
she
hid
hid
it.
it for a long time.
I know, that's cute.
He's on my face.
That's got one of you.
Katie.
Yeah, I look back now and I remember, like, at some of Katie's ball games, she was kind of wayward and bouncing between churches. It pains me that I didn't pick up on it then.
Right.
Very painful to think about that.
I would change that she didn't have that disease.
Yeah.
Kind of feel robbed. I have a hole that will probably never be filled.
Never be filled.
Don't have that person to call.
That's not right for me
Hold you in my heart till I get hold you in my arms like you've never been held before. I'll think of you each day and then I'll dream the night away till you're in my arms once more.
We knew it was coming because of hospice.
Yeah.
They gave us a time frame on how death works.
Well, the whole family, even the dog Socks, was at the house. And Barbara brought spaghetti and meatball dinner, and we had just finished that. And Becky and Katie was in with Mom.
Yeah.
And we were all, the rest of us were in the living room, and Katie came running out and said, I think Grandma's breathing weird. You
Yeah.
better come in. And we all were circling around her room, or around her bed. And
All hugging her and touching
hugging her and touching her,
Yeah.
saying, "It's okay, Mom, to let go.
Yeah.
You can let go. Go be with Donnie and your mom. It's
Right.
okay. You can let go." And she took 3 weird breaths,
Yeah.
and the last one was her last, and she just stopped breathing.
Yeah.
And Paul turned around, flung the window open so that her spirit would go out
And
the
then
window.
we started singing.
And then we all sang the Fox song to her, and that was it. Oh, the fox went out on a winter's night. He prayed for the moon to give him light. For he had many a miles to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a miles to go that night
Before he reached the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town, oh.